Okay, so if you can't like really picture what translate means, put beside it slide. All we're doing is sliding our different images. So we're literally, here they are, we're just either moving them this way, we're just moving them, sliding them around. Okay, now this lesson is not bad. It's probably the easiest one in this chapter. However, I do not want you going ahead of me. Stay with me. Okay? So, we are introducing something new called a vector. A vector. It's kind of like a XY point, but what makes it stand out is that instead of using parentheses like these, this is your vector right here, and its ends, I'm zoomed in as far as I can go, its ends have a V point to them for vector. That's how you know it's a vector. It's because its ends, it's almost like less than and greater than signs, but it's simplifying what your movement is going to be. You're going to use vectors a lot in your higher math classes, but this is the only time you'll see them in geometry. So, in your vector, you're going to have your X here and your Y here, just like you do in your coordinate point. So whatever's in your X-axis, or your X spot, it tells you where to change your X's. Whatever's in the Y tells you where to change your Y's. Okay? So in this case, it's telling you, is this positive or negative 2? Positive. So it's saying, move all of your X's up 2. Well, our X-axis is this way. So we're not moving up, we're moving to the right 2. And then it's telling you to move all your Y's up 5, because your y-axis is up and down. So if it's positive, you're going up. If it's negative, you're going down. Here's the easiest way to do this. They've put all of your original points right here. Those are your originals. So they just put all these right here, E, F, G. The easiest way to do this is 1 point at a time. So do all your X's and all your Y's. So literally all you're going to do is take all your X's and add 2. Negative 7 plus 2, negative 5. Negative 4 plus 2, negative 2. Negative 3 plus 2, negative 1. So these are your new points. Are you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then for your Y's, we're moving them up 5. So go add 5 to all of your Y's. Negative 1 plus 5, 4. Negative 4 plus 5, 1. Negative 1 plus 5, 4. So this was your original. And if you want to check yourself, here's how you check yourself. And you're going to need this again in a minute. Use the same spot on both images. So it doesn't matter which spot or which point you start with. But if you start with G here, then you have to count to the G prime. So we were supposed to go side to the right 2. Well, did we go over 2? Yes. Did we go up 5? Mm-hmm. It would work the same way if you counted from E to E. But don't try to count from E to G, because it'll be wrong. Does that make sense? Uh-huh. Yes.
So why can we do U go up 5?
You can. Did y'all hear his question? Mm-hmm. You can go up 5 and over 2. I go right to left first because that's the way the vector is given. I follow the way of the coordinate plane. Does that make sense? Okay, we're actually going to skip these two, and we're going to go to this right here. Now, in this one, instead of moving by a given vector, you have to write your own vector. So the reason you had to stay with me is because I didn't tell you which one was the given and which one is the new. So let's say that this top image is the original. This is the original image. We have to write... Oh, we'll just have to talk about this one, maybe. Oh, there we go. Okay, so look, it does not matter which point you start with. Just be consistent. So, and I would always try to find a point that's in the crosshairs. Do y'all know what a crosshair is?
No. The sights on your right.
Right, okay. So if you hunt or if you've ever like looked at a crossbow or any kind of like something that you have to aim, there's something that looks like this, and your target is right in the middle. That's called your crosshair. Okay? So
It's not usually right in the middle. Usually you have to aim up a little. Yeah.
okay. That's not the point.
It's not the story.
It's not the point. The point is not to hit what you're shooting. The point is that that's what that's called. Okay? So it's right in the middle. So when you're counting your vectors, always find a point that's right in the middle of those crosshairs. Don't try to find one that's like 3/4 off. That's going to make your life hard. Okay? So I would go from this point to this point. Doesn't matter which one. Now remember, in your vector, the x goes first. So I would go side to side first. So we're moving this way, so it's going to be positive, right? So we moved 1, 2, 3. So you moved over 3 and down, which means it's going to be negative. How far did we go down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is your vector. Interesting. Okay, so if you look over here on number 2, I probably would not use either of these two sides. These two right here. Because they're not in the middle of the cross. Okay, so let's pretend this is the OG. And I want you to write me a vector to get to this one up top. Remember, you have to go side to side first. Yeah? Because we moved to the left, so that's negative, and then up is positive.
So every time we learn how numbers, we have to find it?
Well, it depends on what it's saying. This one it said write a translation vector. Now, here's the thing though. First period was like, so if it doesn't say, do we just guess? No. This was a typo. I was supposed to tell you which one was the original. So if you aren't given the original, don't guess, like on a test. But they would have told me by the time y'all get here, right?
No.
So don't just guess, oh, this one looks like it started off first. Bad idea, okay? All right, so now, number 1, graph the original and its image along the vector. Okay, go graph the original.
Of all of them, or just one?
Just one. Just one. There are not enough. Yes, it's okay. I'm off by 1 box. Draw 1 line. It's okay. So you're supposed to go down to -8. It only goes down to -7. So just add you a little line right here. Oh, life is still good. Okay, it should look something like this. Okay, so now let's go find the new points. So T prime, U prime, V prime, W prime. I would go through and do all your X's, find all your X's, find all your Y's. Well, here's your vector. So our X's are moving +4. So to every X, I need to add a +4. So -3 plus 4 is
1.
-6 plus 4 is 0 plus 4 is 3 plus 4 is. Do y'all see how I got all those?
Mm-hmm.
I just added 4. Why did I add 4 and not subtract 4? Because it's not negative. So now we're going to add 5 to the Y's. So -8 plus 5 is 3 plus 5 is 3 plus 5 again, 0 plus 5. So now go plot all your new image points.
Oh man, why do we do this every time?
Oh, no, that was right. Okay, if you want to check yourself, go from this point to this point. It should be over 4, up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's kind of relaxing. It's like coloring.
So much better.
It's not really me. So it's like I have to really
I'll come look at it just a second, okay? All right, number 2.
I do not get it wrong, but
I know.
it's not me.
I know. I just still want to see what you're talking about. Number 2. I want to do this one because there was lots of questions. I let first period do it on their own, but these negatives threw them off. So I want to do this one with you. So go plot your original. What kind of shape is this?
Triangle. Not quite.
Is there a line of reflection on these?
No.
No. Why is there not a line of reflection? Because what are we doing?
Sliding, not flipping.
We're sliding, not. There we go. Okay, QRS. So when it says 1, now technically this is the same. Take your calculator, and some people were doing 2 plus negative 1. Fine, but you're doing too much work. Just do 2 minus 1, which is 7 minus 1. Negative 1 minus 1.
-2.
Okay, now are we adding or subtracting 2 in the y's?
Subtract.
So 5 minus 2,
3.
1 minus 2,
-1.
2 minus 2,
-0.
0. Go plot your new image. Can you put, would it be so hard if you put OG new image? Will you do that for me, please? So this is the OG. Okay? I need you to finish 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8 is where you are writing your own vector. So 6, 7, 8, you're writing your own vector. 3, 4, 5, you're doing exactly what we just did. Go team.
What time is it?
You still got